Hey everyone, it's Nancy, and today we're going to be doing a video on what I kept from my styling service boxes in the month of May, and I'm going to give you an updated story on what happened with this little green dress. Thank you so much for joining me today for my what I kept in the month of May. I try to put these videos out at either the end of the month for what I kept from styling service unboxings from that month, or at the very beginning of the next one. So I'm really glad you're here to join with me. I will tell you these videos can get a little bit longer. I get kind of chatty, and I just tell you a little bit what's going on in my life, different things happening with the channel sometimes. In this case, we're going to have a little bit of a story about this green dress from the StitchFix April unboxing. So you may want to go ahead and grab yourself a little bit of a cold beverage of your choice, or hot, depending on what part of the world you're in and what time of day it is, and sit back and we'll just do a little bit of talking. I will let you know, if you haven't been to my channel before, I do all sorts of different types of unboxings, a little bit of lifestyle stuff. At this point, it's mostly fashion, but I am branching off into other things. Okay, so the story on the green dress. Now this again came from a Stitch Fix unboxing in the month of April. I had been on the hunt for a dress to wear to my husband's stealth reunion in Las Vegas. It was a semi-formal event. I know I've said this a million times, but for you new people, my husband was a stealth pilot, the F-117 in the Air Force, and it's relatively few people have flown that plane, and so the reunion every 5 years is a really anticipated event, and he was excited to go. And so he loved the way this dress looked on me. I loved the way the dress looked on me. A lot of you liked the way the dress looked on me. It was the Calvin Klein, this gorgeous green. I knew it would be perfect. Exposed zipper in the back. Was very excited to wear this dress to the reunion. Now, before we got to the reunion in Vegas, we had first visited a daughter in San Diego, and she and I went to Disney together, and we went out to eat several times. And probably because this dress was very form-fitting, even though I had shapewear to go with it, I probably should have gone kind of like low-carb, low-sodium right before, just to help trim a little fluff down to make sure it fit right. But of course, if you're going to Disney for the first time in 15 years and hanging out with a daughter who you rarely see and all those good things, well, I just didn't do that. So, and I don't know if that's to blame for what happened, although I think it played a part. But I got all dressed and dolled up for the event, and my hair was done beautifully, and we walked downstairs. We were staying in the Orleans, and that's also where the event was held. So we were on the 17th floor, and by the time we chugged down the hallway, it was quite a little walk to the elevator, went 17 floors down, stepped out, walked out into the casino, walked all the way through the casino, then had to go up the stairs and then walk way back again towards the banquet hall. My dress was doing a magical kind of twisting motion, and while it was twisting, it was raising and getting shorter. I think that if I'd had a slip on, it might have helped, because it would have been less slippery, but I also think if I wouldn't have been so puffy, it would have helped too. But we didn't even make it to the banquet hall. I said to my husband, I can't, because the whole walk I kept doing this and moving the dress back around and pulling it down, and my shoes were uncomfortable too. It was a pair of shoes I've worn before, but I've never walked all that much in them before. It was just a disaster. And I said, I'm going to spend the whole evening worried about my dress, not enjoying the event. I knew I'd be fussing and kind of grumpy, and I said, I'm going back to the room. And fortunately, I had brought a backup outfit. It was the little jumpsuit I got from Dia & Co. And I wore it with also the white jacket I got from Dia & Co., which really dressed it up. And I was able to put on these shoes, which were much more comfortable. So it wasn't quite as formal as this one, but I looked fine compared to everybody else. I was much more comfortable for the evening, and we had a really great time. So this dress has yet to be seen really out in public much. Hopefully I'll be able to feel more confident wearing it in the near future. But that's the story of the green dress. The beautiful green dress never made it to the stealth banquet, and I was kind of bummed, but I've got it for something later on. Okay. let's move on to the unboxings for the month of May. I'm going to back up just a little bit. I think it was perhaps, let's see, what date was it? The Wantable Bestsellers edit came out at the very end of April, if I remember correctly, and I did not include it in the April What I Kept because I had recorded the What I Kept before we left for the trip out west. I had actually recorded it in the middle of April. I did all of my recording way ahead of time so that we could enjoy the trip and then not feel rushed to record when we got back. So from the Bestsellers edit, I actually kept just one thing. It was this little top by the brand Weekend. I was surprised how much I like this with the ruched bottom, and I tried, or the ruched waist. I tried this on with several of my jackets. I have a rule of 4. I take the things I'm considering upstairs, try them on, and it has to match with at least 4 other things in my wardrobe. This worked with virtually every jacket I had, several cardigans, skirts, dress pants, jeans, shorts. This top is so versatile, and I knew if I sent it back, I would be sad. And I was actually trying to not purchase anything, but this one I was going to regret if I sent it back. So this one stayed. I love it. I've worn it several times since then, and I'm really, really glad I kept it. Then we are on to Dia & Company, which was the first Thursday my styling videos, styling service videos, styling subscription box service, the ones that they send you that a stylist helps you with. And the only thing I kept out of Dia & Company, and keep in mind also, I have so many clothes I come in touch with, and I have a budget, so I have to be very careful in particular. But I did keep the cut-off blue jean shorts from that unboxing. There were several cute things in that one. There was a dress, many people mentioned, it was adorable. It was blue polka dot, if you watched that video, and I will link all of these videos down in the description box. But that one, it was spaghetti strap, the little blue dress. It had that 40s, 50s style I like. It was a real pretty blue with white dots, and it almost had a Betty Boop type style to it. I loved it, very flattering. But there was a seam, and I pointed it out in the video, that went across my bust. It really should have gone under my bust. And this is the bane of us busty gals, is a lot of times seams don't fall correct. And you really could not notice it. I mean, I didn't notice it looking at it. Nobody noticed it in the video. My husband didn't notice it when I showed it to him, and it was an adorable sundress, and I would have loved it. But I could feel the seam, and it was going to irritate me. And furthermore, as a seamstress, the fact that that was wrongly placed, even though no one could see it, would have driven me nuts. So I sent it back, but it made me sad because that was a beautiful little dress. But these shorts I love. I had no shorts when we started, so this increased my my short wardrobe tremendously because it finally added a pair of shorts to my short wardrobe. Really liked these. Then next we had a bonus unboxing. It was the Wantable Mother's Day edit. There were a few really cute things in that edit, but the one thing everybody loved and I loved the most was this maxi dress. And I just let, it's very flattering on. One thing I failed to show in there, because someone mentioned these dark spots up here on the shoulders. It's crochet. Can you see? Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's a crochet piece. So it actually does look nice in person, but it almost looks like epaulets on the camera. This is flattering on me in every single way. I absolutely love this dress. And by the way, that's how I fold my maxi dresses when I store them, when I hang them, so that the weight doesn't pull them out of shape. Love this. I've worn it since. That dress just, oh, it makes me happy. Yank it over my head. I'm dressed. I look nice. It's extremely comfortable. Feels like a nightgown. I love that thing. Then we are on to my Trunk Club unboxing, and that came out on the 12th of May. That would have been the second Thursday in the month of May. I kept several pieces, and I spent more on that one than I needed to, but I needed every piece that I kept. And I know that if you have an area of your body that is hard to fit, and you find things that fit it that you actually need, you just get them. So I am exposed to enough clothes by doing this channel that something else is always going to show up, except possibly in the area of stuff that goes on my bottom half, particularly things made of denim. And they sent me 2 pairs of Not Your Daughter's jeans capris that fit me perfect. And with my lack of confidence in the top of my legs and my not looking so good in Bermuda shorts, which we discovered in both this unboxing and the Dia & Company one, this was a really great solution for me. I brought both of these. The washes are slightly different. They're actually the exact same ones, which a lot of times I would think is cheating. And I've noticed Trunk Club tends to send you repetitive, or 2 more than 1 of something sometimes. But I needed these so bad, and I loved the fit so well that I went ahead and kept them. They have, nope, I thought they had an elasticized waist, but they don't. But anyway, I love both of these. I wear them all the time. Oddly enough, the light ones, everybody, including me, thought were more flattering, which is interesting because you would think with always wanting to minimize my hip, the dark would look better, but somehow these light ones looked really good. So I am crazy about these. They were about $100 a piece. Was an investment, but I don't see these going out of style anytime soon. And I'm trying to show you the pockets. And so I think these will stick around, and I'll be able to wear them for years and years to come. And with Not Your Daughter's jeans, the quality is so good, I will be able to do that. Another item I kept was the shorter of the 2 shorts. There were Bermudas. The Bermudas didn't look so good. I surprised myself and everyone, I think. Everybody liked the shorter ones better on me. Bermudas, I've just arrived at the conclusion that Bermudas, because they come down, well, depending on the cut, so tight above my knee, it makes my knees look fatter. And I've made a discovery that I have fat knees now. I'm not liking that so well, but it points that out. It kind of gives the ice cream cone effect to my lower half. So these looked a lot better. And now, haha, I have 2 pairs of shorts that fit me when you bring it with the Dia & Company, which for me is a really big deal because I had none before. So now I have 4 things, including the capris, to go on my bottom half with casual shirts through the warm weather. And I think I'm going to have those for years. I think they're going to be in style for a long time. And then the last thing that I kept from the Nordstrom box was, and the brand on this is the Nordstrom brand, this little tank. I wasn't really sure I would like it when I pulled it out of the box. I don't like tie-dye, and it's not really tie-dye, but it struck me as a little bit that kind of feel to it. But the fit is really good. It is opaque, light fabric, but very opaque, and it was half off. I think it was normally $58 and I paid $29. This was a hard one to pass up. So even though I'd already spent quite a bit on 3 pairs of bottoms, I did add this, and I've worn it several times too. You will see it in an upcoming unboxing if you haven't seen it in one that recently aired, but I like this. This was a good piece. Then we come down to StitchFix. So StitchFix, before I forget, I want to say I did keep the extra that I asked for, which was the Spanx Power Shorts. I just needed shapewear. It was $36, right on par with what you would pay in regular stores. So I hung on to that. I tried the white jean jacket on in that one, and I really liked it. I didn't even realize I wanted or needed a white jean jacket by Liverpool until I tried it, but it was a little bit tight, I felt like. And so I checked to see if I could exchange it for a large, and I could. And so I got this. I'm going to try it on for you so you can see the difference. I was stunned by how much I liked this jacket. Nice stretchy material. Trying not to mess with the microphone. But so when I hook the bottom button, it's just not quite so snug. Let me button it up a little bit. I may lose my microphone, so I won't talk, but I just want you guys to see how much better this fits, through my back and my waist here, my hip area. But this is much more comfortable. I don't feel restricted in it, so it's a large. I normally wear a medium in tops, but sometimes in jackets, you know, I can go up a little bit. So I'm really happy to have this one. This one was, I think, $88, but I did go ahead and exchange. Again, didn't ask for a jacket, just thought I was going ahead and keeping it in the fix so I could make outfits for you guys. And that's the item I kept of the stylist picks. And then lastly, we did, let me look, Daily Look. So Daily Look, there's a little bit of a story on that one, just a little bit. I love the stylist Mary. I talked about in there why I've been having some problems with them lately. Well, I've had problems from the beginning because every single financial transaction I've done with them, they've messed it up. But Mary, the stylist, is first rate. She's great. I feel like she's a little bit off in that one. Normally she's kept me with the cool colors, but she went off and had a bunch of warm colors in there that just weren't flattering for me. I did like the Verve jeans that were in there that had the big open knees. I thought it was a little bit too much distressing, but I thought, well, maybe I could keep that. But I started looking at prices on things, and most of their prices were very, very close to what they were retail. The Verve jeans, however, I had purchased a pair before from Wantable, and I knew I didn't pay $95 for them, which is what Daily Look was asking. So I did go ahead and I investigated, and the most I could find those listed for anywhere online was $75. Now, I get with these styling service boxes, sometimes they need to bump the price up a little bit. They have to pay stylists. They've got the free shipping back and forth, which everybody knows has to be made up in the price of the garments themselves. So I don't mind paying sometimes $10, $15 more. When we're getting into the $20 range, especially on what should be a $75 item, that's a big jump for me. I mean, we're jumping up, gosh, it's more than 20%. That's a big jump. So I thought, I don't know. So then I started looking for other items that were in there, and most of them were on par. But the Verve jeans tipped me off because, again, I'd had them before, pardon me, at a lower price point. So I started looking at the Collective Concepts jumpsuit, which is what I'm wearing right now, and seeing what it retailed for. Well, this was $88 from Daily Look. But on Poshmark, I found one new with tags offered for $20 in my size. I'm sorry, guys, but when we get to where we've got a, what is that, $68 difference on an $88 item, and I don't like doing that because I know Mary is the one who let me know about it first, and Mary is the reason that I love the jumpsuit so much. But wow, guys, what that tells me is this isn't really current. It's probably a season or two or maybe a year old. Likely, since it was listed on Poshmark, new with tags at such a drastic reduction. So I liked it, and I thought I would just take a look around and think about it for a little bit. I also wanted to walk around in the jumpsuit from Daily Look and make sure that the lining, because this is lined to about short length, didn't ride up as I walked. I wanted it to be comfortable. So in the meantime, the seller sees I liked it. I had never, by the way, purchased anything with Poshmark before. I signed up with them so I could like this jumpsuit. And she contacts me and she offers it to me for $14. Well, now we're up to a $74 difference. I'm sorry. I mean, I would have been a dummy not to have purchased it at that point. So I go online to check out, and because it's my first purchase, I get free shipping. So I got this for $14, and it came from Hawaii, so it's exotic. But yep, that's what happened with that. So Mary did a good job styling me. I had to. The other thing I did get from them though, this is by Gilly, and it was the Cowell neck Cami. And I really like this. It's got adjustable straps. It's a bias cut, which I did not point out in the video. Bias cut means that they put the fabric on the diagonal. So normally when you cut a pattern, you lay your fabric out so it's folded and the grain goes lengthwise. And when you cut your pieces, you just put them so that they're in line with the grain. But on a bias cut, you tilt it. And what that does is it makes it so that it drapes nicely. the other thing it makes it is usually more expensive because you can get less pattern pieces on a stretch of the cloth. And so usually your price point goes up because they get less out of the same amount of fabric to create those garments. This one was $88. Was it 80 or 68? It was $68, which is kind of expensive for a cami, but I also understand this is a very good quality polyester that it's made with. It honestly feels like silk. The bias cut, the construction is outstanding, and I know I'll get a lot of use out of this. Hadn't had a chance to wear it yet. It's wet. It still has a tag on, but I really like this. That's the only thing I purchased out of Daily Look. I felt really bad. The other thing I did, guys, because I talked on that video, this would have been the last Thursday video that came out. I put them off for a year. I didn't cancel my subscription with them, but I did put it off for a year. I want to see if they straighten some things out. I feel like Daily Look is still working some kinks out with their, at least with their financing department, their money department. So, and when you got my credit card, you make me a little nervous. So I'm going to wait and see. I'm still waiting. They charged me at checkout for this. Someone used my referral link. Thank you very much to whoever you were. That took $25 off the price of this. And then my $40 styling fee, nope, they waived that for me because of trouble I'd had in the past. So that did not come back on it. But anyway, I had $25 off of that plus tax and I paid it. But what I'm waiting for is to see when they get the box back, are they going to charge me for it again? Because that's what they did the last time I purchased from Daily Look. I didn't go into detail on that video, but that's what happened. I paid for the items I kept, and then when they got the box, they charged me again for the items that were not in the box when it sent back. When I sent it back, I had to email them and say, I've been double charged. I will say they always straighten it out right away with Daily Look when they've made a mistake, but I shouldn't have to do that. There shouldn't be that kind of burden on me as the consumer to make sure I'm charged correctly. That's not my job. That's their job. And that's part of what I should be getting. So I'm going to back off a Daily Look for a little bit. But the good news is with that, I do what I consider a premium styling service a month, usually on the last Thursday of the month. So now I can get the other three, which is Trendsend, JB Style Box, and Front Door Fashion seasonally instead of every 4 months. And I'm excited about that because that will help keep me in the higher end clothes that I love so much. You know, a little bit of something seasonally from each one of those. So it's still good. You guys are still going to get to see unboxings of the high end, and we'll see how Daily Look pans out. You know, if they get those things straightened out, I'm happy to try them again. And I also wish that they would give a bonus to the people who use my link with them as well. That would be nice. I always like to be able to offer you guys something when I do my unboxings. I like there to be a perk for you if you decide to use whatever it is I have unboxed for that one. As I'm getting offers to do unboxings for different types of companies, that's always my first question to them. Can you give me a discount code for my viewers? And if I can't get a discount code for you guys, I generally will not do the box. The one exception I've got is Margot Elena. They don't have an affiliate program that I am aware of, but I love their products. I did that. It's a bath and body type products, and I did that the first time. I can't remember. I think it might have been last month, and I just love the things I got from them. So pampering, very nice, great value. So I'm going to continue unboxing Margot Elena, and I'm sorry that I don't believe there's ever going to be any kind of discount for you guys, but if you guys, and it doesn't help me if you use my link, the link I provide on that one, but if you want a really good it's quarterly subscription box of just some pampering pieces, and there's some giftable things in there. Oh, it's fantastic. So Margot Elena, I'm going to continue to do without any type of discount for my viewers because I really love the service, and I think you guys will too. So that's kind of an update on all of that. I have another story I want to tell you guys. For those who have stuck around to the end, this is kind of a neat one, and I can tell you now because the cat's out of the bag and they released the information. So when we showed up to Southern California to see my daughter and son-in-law, she is the youngest of our daughters. She's in the Marine Corps, and she comes bounding out of the house, and they're so excited to see us, and they're helping us carry our things in. And as soon as we get in the door, Lane says, "Let's take a picture together. We always forget to take pictures together." Well, it's like 8 o'clock at night at this point. We've been flying all day, and I thought, well, she's right, we have been. And she was so happy, and I'm like, we probably wouldn't get a photo if we didn't do this. So we all stand around. Well, her dad and I stand next to her. And Zach, her husband, is taking the video, or excuse me, is taking what we thought was pictures. And he says, 1, 2, 3, smile, 1, 2, 3. She goes, "Let's get a few." Then he says, "Everybody say cheese." So we go, "Say cheese." And we think we takes a picture. And then he says, "Say Lane's pregnant." And her dad and I both go, "Lane's pregnant," because we thought they didn't want to have a baby till she's out of the Marine Corps. And then I say, "Lane's pregnant," and then we pause this, and I go, "Wait, really?" And he said, "Yeah." He nods his head. Then the screaming commenced, all excited. She's not going to be separated from the Marine Corps if she decides to get out until next June. So the baby will be born this coming November is the due date. We don't know the sex yet. Apparently I'm going to be finding that out soon. But that was really, really exciting. And that just kind of gave a nice little uplift to the beginning of the trip. We're so excited about this baby. We have 6 grandchildren so far. This will be number 7. I can't wait to meet the little person. I'm going to go out after her maternity leave is up. Then I will be going out, and I'm going to stay a couple of weeks at least with the baby. This will be in January likely, while they go to work, so that, the baby can stay at home a little bit more. I can maybe bring the baby to her at work so she can see and nurse him or her. And that's going to be a good thing. So things may slow down with the channel a little bit starting around that time. Things may slow down a little bit so I can prioritize family and that new little addition to our family. I'm very, very excited. This is a big blessing, and they are beside themselves with excitement as well. So if there's any updates on that, if my timing changes or anything like that, I will let you know. But okay, I think I've talked to you guys long enough. Thank you very much for sticking around and listening to me yammer on about clothes and my family and our trip and wardrobe catastrophes. I really appreciate you being here. If you could give this video a quick like, if you enjoy different types of unboxings and the occasional me just talking and updating you on my life type of thing, I think that only happens about once a month. Please hit the subscribe. Would absolutely love to have you, and comment down below. Absolutely love talking to you guys and getting to know you a little bit down in the comments section. And I guess we will just see you on the next video. Bye-bye. And be blessed. What are you going to do? Are you going to lay down? Are you going to go out with Dad? That's my spot. You can't be there. Thank you. Which way are we going to go? You make out your mind? Where are you going to go? You going to hang with Mom or go with Dad? Pick one, even if it's wrong.